I really want people to understand that she was a person, not a statistic.
A friend, an aunt, a cousin.
Yes.
I just never thought that I would ever have to post on social media RIP, and definitely not for my child.
Donae Wilbert, a radiant soul among us, graced everyone with her warm, brilliant smile and a delightful sense of humor.
I'm not leaving this motherfucking parking lot till I find my wallet. Motherfuckers tried to kill you today. So what? Let them come on out here. I've been looking for them and they've been looking for me. And goddamn it, we can meet right here on the motherfucking concrete and scrap like a motherfucker right now. Come on.
Her genuine kindness endeared her to everyone, making her a beloved friend and cherished family member. Wilbert was the epitome of a true friend, always there for her girlfriends, relishing in their company, capturing memories with videos, and engaging in TikTok adventures.
Saucy questions for the group chat. Who has the worst taste in boys?
Don't know what it is.
Nicest body. Most heartless.
Cause I'm heartless. And I'm back to my ways cause I'm heartless.
Who's the meanest?
Little stupid ass. I don't give a. Look.
Who's the biggest sick?
I'll be the princess. It's a love story. Baby, just say yes.
Most likely to die single. Who is the alcoholic? Looks like a baddie but is actually a softie.
You are my honey bun sugar plum.
Most likely to get scammed and not even know it.
What are you?
An idiot sandwich.
First to die in a zombie apocalypse.
Dumb ways to die.
Most likely to get arrested.
That's the sound of the police.
Most likely to be found dead in front of their computer. Person you would go to for advice if you fucked up.
At the tender age of 27, she was a devoted mother, engaged, and on the verge of embarking on a new job opportunity. Tragically, her promising future was cruelly cut short when she intervened in a dispute among several individuals while dining at a restaurant, leading to a fatal outcome. Welcome to the American Crime, Femicide channel. Please like, subscribe, watch, and share this video. Donae, born and bred in Michigan, enjoyed a nurturing upbringing by both of her parents. She epitomized strong work ethic, responsibility, and an unwavering value for both familiar faces and strangers alike. As per her mother, she led with her heart and was always willing to go to great lengths to help others. Tragically, this inherent kindness would ultimately lead to her untimely demise. Wilbert's life was filled with happiness as she looked forward to her impending marriage and a fresh career start. On Labor Day weekend, September 3rd, she followed her routine of enjoying food and drinks with friends. Amidst the gathering, she noticed a heated argument between a couple of men and a woman and, in her compassionate nature, decided to intervene, hoping to diffuse the escalating tension. As she left the restaurant, one of the men followed her outside and callously shot her before fleeing the scene. Sadly, Donae did not survive the brutal shooting.
Well, we know the family's absolutely devastated, but they have so many questions, too, in terms of the investigation. Police are still trying to piece a lot of things together themselves, but the family has questions relating to how can something like this happen when their daughter tried to do the right thing.
She led with her heart. She would give you the shirt off of her back. She was always helping people.
LaDonna Kemp says that's exactly what her daughter was doing when her life was stolen from her over the Labor Day weekend. Family members say 27-year-old Donae Wilbert was gunned down at Hollywood Coney Island on Detroit's west side early Sunday morning, not long after she tried to break up a fight.
We have to even tell her, like, you can't pull over in your car when you're by yourself because you see somebody on the road and they need help because it's dangerous out there. But she was kind of like the type of person that would have to like try or see for herself.
It started with Donae and her girlfriends having a fun night out. They went to the Coney Island for a bite to eat when an argument developed between two men and a woman, according to sources.
She just wanted everybody to go home and get home. And I'm very sure in my thoughts of knowing that she wanted to get home. I guess the guy followed her out and she was able to get herself out of the restaurant and she was shot in the parking lot.
Although we couldn't actually touch her when we went to go view her based upon the circumstance, she even had a smile on her face as we had to observe her in her last state.
She was doing the right thing, and that's what angers me.
Detroit activist Pastor Mo works with many community groups teaching de-escalation techniques to quash beefs before they ever can turn violent. He offered this advice for safe conflict resolution.
Make sure you're in a lighted area. Read body language. Look and see if they're reaching. Look and see if there's anything poking out their waist. Look at their type of demeanor. If this is the kind of person that they would have a weapon. If this is a working class person who maybe got on work clothes, you might can reason with them. There's somebody with a hoodie on. I'm not trying to judge anybody, but this is somebody who looks like they could be dangerous, menacing, or just don't care. Be careful how you approach somebody who could be having a mental breakdown.
Meantime, Donae's family is determined to make sure her legacy lives on.
I just want whoever did this to know they took away such a bright light that shined on so many different people. Everybody that she ever talked to will remember her because of just her great shine. Just her personality was amazing, and she was amazing.
In the aftermath of Donae's tragic death, her family spoke out about losing her to gun violence.
A family is grieving right now after their daughter was shot and killed outside of Detroit, Coney Island over the weekend.
They say it all started with a dispute with other customers at the restaurant. Jacqueline Francis sat down with the family and has their message tonight. Jacqueline.
They don't know exactly what that argument was about, but they do know that it took the life of a 27-year-old mother who had so much to live for.
She was always dancing and always smiling. She was such a great person. And if the person that did this to her would have known her for about 10 minutes, he wouldn't have never harmed her.
What started as a 3 a.m. dispute with other customers at a Coney Island in Detroit ended with gunfire. 27-year-old Donae Wilbert's family said she was trying to get away from the conflict when it followed her.
She went to her car, and my understanding is she was shot when she was outside of her car, and she is the only one that was shot.
She died at the hospital, her family devastated, telling us the young mother had plans to get engaged, plans to start a new job, a whole life ahead of her.
I'm so at peace with knowing that even within this tragic situation, that my daughter still went out peacefully, because when we identified and viewed her body, my daughter still had a smile on her face. And she looked very peaceful.
But what they can't accept is the senseless gun violence.
I really want people to understand that she was a person, not a statistic.
A friend, an aunt, a cousin.
Yes.
I just never thought that I would ever have to post on social media RIP, and definitely not for my child.
Regrettably, as of now, there are no leads or suspects in custody related to this case. On September 16th, friends, family, and coworkers gathered to bid their final farewells and pay their respects to Donae. This horrific murder of such a beloved and compassionate individual serves as a stark reminder that there are individuals devoid of reason, logic, and emotional intelligence, posing a significant threat to civilized society. Let us keep Donae's family and friends in our thoughts and prayers, hoping that her assailant or assailants are swiftly brought to justice and held accountable to the fullest extent of the law. Rest in peace, sweet-hearted Donae Wilbert.